Well, if you have to change nappies and figure out how car seats work and then drive the family home from the hospital yourself, what is the point of being a prince? William the Conqueror might have scoffed at such subservience from an heir to his throne, but 900 years later, William of Cambridge melted hearts today with his debut as a DIY dad. Of course, it helped to have a radiant princess and a fresh royal bundle to show off. But the new parents seem determined to prove that a modern monarchy is all about the common touch. Here's ABC's David Wright.
The proud parents are still getting used to this huge new responsibility. The baby who would be king. Our first glimpse. Got him, she mouthed. Mind his head. Their royal highnesses playing it humble, showing the common touch.
He's got a good pair of lungs on him, that's for sure. He's a big boy, he's quite heavy.
No name yet, but baby Cambridge does have a full head of hair.
He's got way more than me, thank God.
His first throne, a baby-safe car seat. Retail price about $150. Carried, in this case, by a nervous young prince who struggled to click it in place, mopping his brow as any first father might. Then Prince William climbed behind the wheel of the SUV, the young family man driving away in a Range Rover, a vehicle fit for two kings.
When they came out and they were with the baby, I looked at them as if they were my friends with their newborn. I just didn't see them as royals for that second. I connected with them, and I think that's how the world feels.
The scene outside St. Mary's Hospital, quite the contrast to 30 years ago. Back then, Prince Charles passed the royal football as quickly as possible, then climbed into the royal limo into the back, along with Diana, Prince William in her arms. Car seats not required until 1988.
Comparing this to, say, when Diana and Charles left the hospital in 1982, it was totally different, on their terms all the way.
As modern as the young royals might be, this event is all about ensuring the future of the monarchy. Today had all the trappings of royal tradition on full display. The band at Buckingham Palace, the bells of Westminster. And across the Thames, and across from the palace, the Funny Hat Brigades shot off the cannons to salute the future king. But it's really the imagery of the average Joe that made this event memorable. For instance, the pizza delivered late last night to the maternity ward.
Unless royal protection officers are in the habit of feeding everyone else on the ward, which I very much doubt they are, then I think we can conclude that those pizzas were for Kate and William as well, I'm sure.
And there was the fact that today, when the grandparents stopped by for a visit, it was Kate's parents, the commoners, who had pride of place. The Middletons went first, traveling by taxi to meet their royal grandson.
Well, they're both doing really well, and we're so thrilled.
How are the parents doing?
Fabulously.
Only after they'd had their visit did the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall stop by, the first in line to the throne meeting the third. 3 kings and 2 queens in one hospital room. In Vegas, they'd call that a full house. Indeed, the young royals have made it their task to make themselves relevant. William's day job, flying a search and rescue helicopter. His brother taking up arms in Afghanistan one day, partying in Las Vegas the next. Relatable royals, princes of a realm that has hosted the Olympics, won Wimbledon, and won the Tour de France this year. Not a bad year at all for the Brits. And the new baby gives the country one more thing to take pride in. That was the mood tonight at the Duchess of Cambridge, a pub named after the princess.
Prince William is very sexy. There's nothing hotter than a nice, attractive man holding a newborn baby.
Here in the U.S., the closest equivalent are the kings and queens of pop culture. Hollywood royalty, like Beyoncé and Brangelina, Tomcat and Kim Kardashian. Their baby bumps watched with equal enthusiasm. Their children subjected to scrutiny from day one. But there's a big difference. Celebrities tend to go for conspicuous consumption, arriving at the hospital ward with an entourage.
I've seen acupuncturists, massage therapists, midwives, chefs, nannies, photography people, just really a whole room full to greet the new baby.
Some take it upon themselves to redecorate the delivery room.
Mariah Carey, when she gave birth, money, couches, scented candles. It was, you know, a wonderful operatic moment that she orchestrated.
Jennifer Lopez insisted that the whole suite was full of white couches. She wanted it very peaceful.
We are talking in the millions to completely outfit not only with top-of-the-line furniture, but you also have to think about the security, the doctors, everything there.
Of course, have to have hair and makeup.
The funny thing is that you would think that when a celebrity is giving birth that they wouldn't need hair and makeup and have their whole glam squad there. But a lot of them secretly do have it done.
Today, photographers did catch the royal hairstylist quietly slipping into the hospital. But can you blame the Duchess of Cambridge? These pictures will be shown for generations. What young mother, one day after delivery, wouldn't want to look her best? And Kate has more on her shoulders than most.
Part of her job, really, is to look after this baby, to produce an heir, and to give it a good upbringing, because this child is going to be the future king.
The royal crib, apartment 1A in Kensington Palace, is currently under renovation. With a glimpse of what it might look like, the exclusive Grosvenor House Hotel has done up one suite with the help of the designers who did Princess Diana's nursery, Dragons of Walton Street. The furnishings, fit for a future king. This Moses basket retails for more than $4,500. Hollywood royalty also tends not to make do with IKEA.
Jennifer Lopez is known for being over the top, so I don't think it came as a surprise to anyone to find out that each crib for her twins cost over $1,400.
Beyonce's nursery for Blue Ivy reportedly cost $1.5 million.
When Beyonce and Jay-Z were ready to decorate Blue Ivy's room, you have to look at them and think, what is going to be different and unique in this room? Well, they've topped the list. They had over $600,000 spent on a rocking horse alone.
The next order of business for the royal bundle of joy, coming up with a name. And chances are it won't be Blue Ivy or Blanket or Apple or Suri.
I think they probably would have chosen North, but now Kim and Kanye have chosen it. I don't think they will go with that. I think they'll feel slightly gazumped on that. So I think they'll probably go, I think we can safely say they'll go traditional.
George or James seem the most likely first names, but this little guy will certainly have more than one. His dad's full name is William Arthur Philip Lewis. The baby will have a mouthful too.
We're still working on a name, so we'll have that as soon as we can. But it's the first time we've seen him really, so having a proper chance to catch up.
As they catch up, the world will be watching for updates. In a way, the royal family is the world's most glamorous reality show, played out in real time over the course of centuries. The show just got a new star. I'm David Wright for Nightline in Hollywood.